righty. Hello, I am Anuki, your least favorite person in the entire cosmos, bringing you a 2v2 on Company of Heroes on the map Rails and Metal. Metal it is not, but it's a good map nonetheless with this crashed glider here, and it's an appropriate crashed glider because we have double Brits. I know what you're thinking, you don't want to see double Brits. Maybe this will be the last Brit game for a long time, so console in that fact. We're going to be watching what they do because this is a user-submitted replay, and this player playing as the red Brit Monshines a Night. I think I pronounced that right. I hope I have. It's very difficult to pronounce. I don't know how I'm going to shorten that next time I come to his name. His teammate is Rabbit Rabbit Weed, picking up. Whoa! Just destroying some sandbags there. Damn you! Angry destruction. So, checking out their opponents, we know Marinez. We've seen Marinez. He's part of the Reborn crew, So Reborn crew, and his partner in crime, Newport Reborn. And he's purple. I like purple. It's got to be one of those underestimated colours of the game. It's so powerful just to blind your enemy with that colour. But I'm sure we're not going to see that. We got some motorcycles out. Motorcycles are good for dealing with those pesky damn scout infantry. They have the sniper ability, which treat them sort of like snipers in a sense. So I've been told, but motorcycles ain't going to counter it. I'm pretty sure this motorcycle won't be able to get rid of this squad. Although this squad isn't exactly in cover, they could really use that, and the motorcycle is just pushing them off the cap point. One thing that the Were like to do is try and get map control. Because the Brits, they have really expensive infantry, it's hard to get numbers out, they are slow, so trying to capitalise just by getting... Usually we see Pioneers, okay, Pioneers and motorcycles. Pioneers, you get them out really cheap, quick, they can dart around the map, you can have loads of them. Well, they don't dart around the map any quicker than other ones, but you get more of them, so you can cap more things at once. And now, the infantry section, I'm probably going to call them rifleman squads, don't mind me if I do it. They're essentially riflemen, they're on the Allies' side. It works. Pioneers coming in from a side flank on Monshines a Night. Sonnet, that's your name. By the way, like I said, this is a user-submitted replay. I don't know... I'm not going to say who submitted it, that might give away something. But thank you for sending in this replay. I will watch it. I will be casting it right now. I've not seen it just yet. We've got a double motorcycle coming in on the infantry section. It looks like this mortar placement thingy did get put up and it did get damaged. So I think a motorcycle came round, which is exactly how you want to see motorcycles used in these games, is looking out for these emplacements being put down by the Brits, get round them, try and hit them whilst they're being built, and you'll do a lot of damage, because buildings take more damage whilst they're being built. But now this mortar is going to be a pain in the ass, forcing all of the Wehrmacht to retreat. We have a few Volk squads out in the field. Maybe just one. Let's check the tactical map. Yeah, just one squad. It's still surprising. 2 squads. I am blind! My eyes! Which brings me to a very good point. I want to have an announcement section. Here's an announcement coming up from Anuki. For any of you that don't know a game called Heroes and Generals. It's not Company of Heroes. It's not an expansion to Company of Heroes. It's not called Company of Heroes and Generals. It's a first-person shooter. Much similar, kind of similar to World War II Online. Looking very sharp and flashy though. Do check that out. I shall post a link somewhere in the description. It's looking very interesting. It's got all of the first-person shooty elements, like you can hold a gun and shoot it at people. Obviously, that's derp, of course. But there's a whole global campaign map to it. So you'll take a territory on a map in a multiplayer game, and you'll actually have that in a persistent world. There's going to be all sorts of other features, and it's looking like there's going to be a lot of maps and a lot of variation of units and a whole command section where you play the game entirely differently from a leadership role. So I just want to give a shout out to the guys working on that game. You are looking very innovative indeed, and that's what I like about games. I'm a very technological person. I like to see advances in technology, especially in the gaming section. But coming back to the game, we have a motorcycle chasing down this one last soldier, but now he decides to focus on the lieutenant. Taking out these lieutenants will be awesome to do because they're the veterancy bonus is going to be painful later on. So if you kill the lieutenant, for those of you wondering how the actual veterancy system works for the Brits, is the lieutenant gets the veterancy and he passes it on to all the soldiers around him. Machine gunner not in the best position. He's now going to get hit by the rifle squad. The rifle, they can shoot through that window. Also, gonna see one come down. Yeah, not too accurate though, because you should have been shooting where he was going, not where he was. He doesn't know how to hold a gun, does he? Someone should tell him that before he gets himself killed. Pioneers holding off on their own behind the tree, giving that druidic demonic power. Yes, Pioneers winning against a squad of infantry. Good on ya. We have a universal carrier, a Bren carrier from Rabbit Weed, darting around the map. This area has not been captured yet. Not been captured or uncapped, one of the two. Volk's moving in to try and capture. We have some barbed wire placement down here, which is cutting off the Brits. They need to get their sappers out to do that. In fact, do sappers? Well, a Bren carrier will do it. That's just good enough. Rabbit Weed certainly using that to the fullest potential that a Bren carrier can. We do have a medic station there. We saw that earlier, which is going to be great and dandy. Maybe... No, I think that's a perfect position for a medic station bunker. You don't want to put medic stations, or generally anything that's sort of like a defensive thing, too far forward. Otherwise it just gets easily flanked. You want to be able to use it as a means for a defensive purpose, as in if you're fighting a defensive battle, you're capitalizing on it. So if he's fighting somewhere in the middle, the range of the magics is pretty good. But he'll be capitalizing on all the battle in the middle. All of the battle! That's right, Pioneers placing mines down in the bushes. Could be placed down on this side of the bushes, because I think the infantry section will most likely approach from that side. Always thinking, always thinking. Oh god, barbed wire going down, and mines. So they're going to come up here and get blown up and then realise they can't pass anyway because of the barbed wire there. Snipers, another great effective unit against Brits, although they have to be very cautious against the sniper, the recon section of the Brits infantry, because they're just one wrong move and that's it. That sniper's gone, because he'll use that ability to snipe it back. Lieutenant around there, very hardy troops. They'll take quite a few sniper shots to take down. I think 2, maybe 3. Oh god, Stuart tanks have this awesome shotgun cannon ability, chasing 3 Pioneer squads with the flamethrowers on. I think that's going all the way to the base. It wants to shotgun cannon them. Oh come on, I want to see this ability in action. By the way, we have an infantry assault team up from Marinez, which means he is blitzkrieging. Oh god, oh there we go, the shotgun cannon wasn't that effective. That's a shame. I was hoping to see a larger puddle of blood. But it did wipe out one squad of Pioneers, and the Pioneers ain't going to be doing anything. Oh, look at that damage from one shot, the Stuart tank. Oh man, Monshine Sonnet. There we go. I've got to remember to call you Sonnet, man. It's very difficult. 2 Pioneers down, reinforcing. Got to play loop-de-loop around the building to avoid being shot by the Stuart. Come on, run, 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 run for your life. Run forever. We're even getting a base assault on this side, double base assault, and we have some det packs down from the sapper squad inside the Bren carrier. And now he's going to be getting out of there. In fact, whoa, what's happening there? We got some teleportation issues going down. Oh my lord! Crikey! Okay, we're going to rebuild that, that's no problem. So, apparently, those explosives are extremely powerful. Extremely powerful, and the Bren carriers are huddling up. Right, we got some tailgating action, in fact. They're coming back in. They've been successful once. They're going to do it again. There's hardly anything in the base. It seems like nobody really gives a damn, and they're just going to hold on to this victory point. You do need to take these victory points if you're going to capitalize. If you're going to let your base get destroyed, you do need the victory points. Rabbit Weed just having a field day in the base of Newport. And Newport, really, he continues doing whatever it is he's doing. He's just hanging around here. Holding, sure, you're holding the stuff in your... but... like, you're not holding the... that's kind of important, but like... Newport, someone protect the base. We've got more dead packs going down on critical targets. Now the bunkers aren't an issue. The Stuart tank is still in Marinez's base. How are you going to handle this? He is updating to the next phase. He hasn't even updated as of yet, but he does have Stormtroopers out. Stormtroopers can be upgraded with Panzerschrecks, and I think Soneth saw that and has gotten it out of there. He doesn't want to risk this, Stuart. He's already been super effective. You know, there's no point overshooting what you want to achieve. There's no point trying to destroy this base and lose a unit. You've capitalized on it greatly. You've got 2 victory points. At the moment, it's only this victory point, which is going to cause the British a problem right now. And they have the tools to deal with it, I believe. They have a Stuart tank. They have infantry sections, and it seems like that's the only thing that's going to cause a problem. We could take this out with a sniper shot from the recon crew, but they're not. They're going to focus on the sniper, and the sniper has been completely ignored from Newport. Newport, he's got some issues back at base, most likely. He's fast building his 3rd Creek barracks. The 2nd one was cancelled, though, so he didn't lose any resources from that. But we've got to get this up. We've got to get some packs out or something. Marinez actually helping out his buddy. And notice this. Newport has actually come across to this side of the map. He's not sticking to his side of the map. He's gone all the way over here and decided to protect over here. So isn't that nice? Teamwork, but kind of different teamwork because they're not working together. Well, okay, Marinez did help him get out of his base. That's Marinez working as a team. Newport, you've got to really get back into this team play. Oh, you're so selfish. So selfish. Stuart tank and infantry sections just easily gaining control over the victory point. Stuart tank going right behind the machine gunner. The machine gunner not even retreating. There we go. I think it's way too late for him. The Stuart tank is probably going to chase him down. Unless Sonnet likes it where he is. Nope. Okay, he's just going to stick around here for a while. But all the infantry are now retreating. We do have, what's it called? A Staghound armoured car from the British. It's one of the unusual vehicles of the game I see. I rarely see a Staghound. But then again, I rarely watch British, so I suppose that goes without saying. If you don't watch British games, you're not going to see a Staghound. So we have Marinez approaching with some Stormtroopers. It's the only anti-armor, apart from tank traps coming down on the field. Stormtroopers are pretty good. Just stealth, don't give your position away. Don't let him know you're there. Get some good shots. They're going to hop into the building. The building's a good idea. No! Oh, wasted opportunity from Marinez there. I think stealthing would have been a great option that the Stormtroopers have. It's definitely one of their perk abilities. Sonnet making a mistake, though, a very big micro mistake, as a Panzerfaust and a Panzerschreck working right on the rear armor of this Stuart tank, and now the main gun is damaged. You can see it's a little bit twonky, a little bit blackened. And what's going off on this side of the map? Rabbit Weed coming back in with his Bren carriers and bringing along a Churchill Mark IV. These are hardy tanks. The Nokia phone on tracks tank. It's going to be hard to destroy. We have some mines in the area, but yes, it gets both of them. It gets both of them, and a pack is waiting right on the side. Newport, yes, you are defending your base like a boss. This is how you prevent people from entering your base. We have more Stormtroopers from Marinez getting more Panzerschrecks, which is exactly what they want. A machine gunner in the HQ of all places is helping protect this area. The machine gunner will be able to look out different windows of the HQ, so it doesn't matter what side the sapper squad runs to, they'll be getting hit by the machine gun. Stormtroopers protecting the pack gun. I think packs being protected by infantries with Panzerschrecks is a great way to stop tanks just running around the back of them. We have a second pack out from Newport as well. I don't know where that was going. It's obviously retreated back from wherever it came, away from the infantry section, which is in the middle of the map. But it seems like this side of the map that Newport was holding dearly onto is having a few issues, and the bunker is almost down. It's being hit by the minor explosives from the rifle section, the rifle grenade section. We have a few grenadiers out and a few pioneers with flamethrowers, but in all honesty, Right now, the issue is vehicles, not infantry. We need to boost our anti-infantry killing abilities from the Wehrmacht. As for the British, though, they are doing a fantastic job applying pressure to the base and then just capitalizing on it by taking care of the leftover defenses with just few squads. It wasn't much that really did like the main sort of damage to this area of the map. It was just 2 rifle squads,
Losing a sector.
like a Stuart, which also aided in doing some base damage, and a Staghound. That's like 4 units, for not much, honestly not much to deal with that. But because most of the pressure was on the base, it forced the Bear to go back and defend what they must. Otherwise they won't be able to build units, they won't be able to fight back. We have a Stu-42, not a Stug. I think a Stug would have been awesome to have. But a Stu-42 is going to be kind of burdensome to all of the infantry in the Brits' hands, but it seems like they're retreating. They don't want to be taking a Stu-42 shot whilst they're on so low health, and that's a good call. As for... Oh, there's that cannon blast. Oh, God, what were the Brits thinking? We need a gun that just removes people's limbs. What can you do something about that? Oh, sure. You know, why not? Let's get creative about it. We're only killing people. We may as well make it fun. Jeez, harsh. Why don't you just make a cyanide pill? Just shoot it into people's mouths. Really, that's a much better way to go. But, no. We get games like Company of Heroes, which shows the grossly, bloody glory of the World War II. Don't you just... Yeah, this is educational. Just showing me how horrific World War II was. And at the same time, quite entertaining to watch from a perspective. I feel evil now. I feel so evil. I don't like that feeling. Someone get it away from me. A pack being chased down. Newport just trying to retreat to the bushes. Retreat to the bushes. It's not like they'll save you. The 3rd guy gets gunned down. He's on all 4s. He needs to reach out for his teammates who don't care. They just want to take the pack. The pack's way more important than you do. We have a defensive ability going down here. Rocket barrage, possibly. Sector artillery. I don't think so. It must have been rocket barrage, because sector artillery usually has that thing all over the map saying, move away from this area. It's going to hurt if you stay here. So, just looks like the Axis actually have maintained control over this victory point. Sonnet, Rabbit, why didn't you capture? Capture. Remember to capture. Okay, you do hold 2 points, but capture, always capture. Capture whilst you can. Infantry sections moving up through the middle of the map. We are getting sort of a flank on the left-hand side by both their players. We've got Volks, we've got Stews, we've got... In fact, what the hell is that Stew doing? We've got 2 Stu-42s. Oh, don't tell me you want payback. Don't tell me you want to go back into the base of the British and destroy them. Okay, you just want to take care of the 25-pounder. That's fair enough. And look at the damage that that one Stew shot did to the 25-pounder. That's really effective. Got to bear that in mind. A second shot, almost dead. Just hang around a bit longer and you can do it. It's well worth sticking around just to take care of that, but not with your weakest Stu-42s. No! Let's get some stormtroopers back here to take care of the Churchill. No, it's not going to happen, but the 25-pounder is down. And the Stu-42 is pulling some evasive maneuvers. That's right, all the way up here on the map. I think the Stu-42 might actually outrun the Churchill Mark IV. It's the slowest of all slow tank racing. We do have another, in fact, a Churchill Avra. Churchill Avra, we saw that in a previous Brit game, and that was devastating to infantry squads. Volks, you see, Newport has the right idea, continually capping the areas that he can whilst he's around there, even trying to get a hold of this one, but he is being gunned down by so much, so much, and he's not retreating. Gonna be maybe too late. That's a Churchill Avra you're messing with. In fact, the gun is damaged. You can see, oh, it just got repaired instantly by that. Man, those sappers are on the ball. They are so super fast at repairing. That often happens. Sometimes just like one tick of repair will do that. We have more base rushing, by the way. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to that. Maybe you saw it on the map. We had a Cromwell go in with a Stuart tank, and they paid dearly, but the Krieg barracks is down again. British players, you are not making this look nice. You wonder why people hate you. That's why people hate you. That's why I don't want to be known as a British person, because you base rush and you ball up into big blob cannons. Don't do that. You're making a bad name for yourself. But anyway, this is actually turning out to be an unusual Brit game, because usually we see big blobby infantries and big blobby tanks, so I kind of appreciate this game at the moment. I kind of appreciate. It's very keyword is kind of. Okay, don't get it over your head, user that submitted this replay. I don't want to sound like I hate you, but just bear that in mind. So at the moment, it seems like the Brits remain in dominant control of the middle of the map. The middle of the map, Rabbit Weed, just moving around ever so elegantly, because the British infantry are really, really slow. It's just every step they take is just so cautious. It's not like the Grenadiers or Riflemen. You see them actually dart around the map quite a lot faster than any British soldier do. The Cromwell tank seems to be under fire, and the tank traps preventing their retreat. That is nice tank trap placement, although it will come back to bite you when you want it. In fact, we're getting the pack block the Cromwell tank. How often do you see that? A pack blocking a tank, preventing it from getting away, but we have the flak speed on. It doesn't save them from the accurate stormtrooper fire. I've never seen a more accurate shot from stormtroopers in the Panzerschrecks. Damn it. Usually what I see happen there is just like big massive missing. It doesn't make sense. I get so frustrated when Panzerschrecks miss from such a short distance, but in this case they actually hit from a very long distance, so awesome. Not sure if the Grenadiers from Newport and Marinez wanted to actually fire on the tank traps and get rid of them. Maybe they're finding them to be a bit of a burden as well, because obviously it works both ways. It will stop your armour from getting out, as well as enemy armour from getting in, or indeed, as we saw, retreating as well. But at the moment, Churchill Havre just sitting behind all its infantry. This is a nice formation, but the Stu-42 is there to hit the infantry squad. So, no dice there. The tank traps, I think, blocked the shot there as well. Churchill Havre, in many ways, is like the Stu-42. I think the Havre definitely packs more of a punch there. We have a second Havre, two Havres, why? An AVRE is like, you need one. You don't need more than one. That's more than one's two. You don't need two. Already does so much damage. Geesh, overkill to the extreme. Cromwell again using its flank speed to try and get a few shots on the deadly Grenadiers, which they may be deadly, but they're also quite dead. Repairs going off from the sappers, who can actually do over repair, by the way. And I don't think I've seen any over repair at the moment. So maybe we'll see that soon, with Stuart Tank is kind of very out of position, being hit by many Panzerschrecks. Ball of Panzerschrecks from Marinez, and I think this is the one time where I think Panzerschrecks, the mass amount of Panzerschrecks, is a good thing. You've heard me say before that people tend to get too many Panzerschrecks, more than needed, but at the moment, this is not any ordinary armour we are dealing with. This is very heavy armour. British, notorious for their heavy armour. Maybe not as heavy as a King Tiger, but still heavy for the Allies. So the amount of Panzerschrecks here. Oh, okay, maybe not that heavy. Maybe not made of Nokia phones like I suggested. Okay, that side shot. Maybe the Havre is a little bit weaker in terms of armour. I don't know. I'm sure they're meant to be using the same armour, but oh, I don't know. Screw it. We'll do it live. No going back now. Apparently these are flimsy pieces of metal. These are not the Churchill tanks I know. These are fake. These are fraud. These are rip-off market Churchills. No way of these killed anything. It's a lie. The cake is a lie. So packs are pretty effective against those, as well as Panzerschrecks. I've changed my view on Churchills. They're pretty crummy now. Although that side shot didn't seem to do all that much damage. The pack seemed to have got a good hit there, but infantry, what are you doing, infantry? Move in, infantry, protect what you must, infantry! Remember, British, you have to play the infantry game as well as the armour game. You can't just rely on one unit to win the game for you. We have more base rushing. Of course we have more base rushing from Sonnet. Moving in his Cromwells, possibly using his flank speed to get in there fast, undetected, but we have stormtroopers from Marinez going to be hopping in the building. Let's adjust the camera angle to see these rockets fly out of the windows, because there's nothing more than flying rockets out of windows that I like to see in this game. It looks supreme. And now the Cromwells are moving back, but I'm not sure if they're moving entirely out of range. No, they are not. They are still getting hit from that distance, and Sonnet moving further back with one Cromwell. Got to move the other one back. Come on, do it, do it, do it, do it now. He's not doing it. Why isn't he doing it? I question your actions. We have a sneaky Stormtrooper squad moving around the side, and it's going to be surprise, Surprende from, I forgot his name already, Marinez, Surprende. Oh, my memory's terrible. I know I say I try not to change cameras onto different players to try and remember the player's name better. Something sentence, structure, sentence. But I completely forgot. So, Piet's out on the field. I don't know why we've got some Piets out. It's not like the armor is too much of a threat from the vet at the moment. If you use your Cromwells and Churchill Mark IVs correctly, but okay, Sonnet, you know, just go in there, destroy some packs with a Piet, call down some rockets, sure, why not? Ruin the day of the Axis, just stomp all over. These Axis players are no noobs, by the way. They, I have been told, are 8th in the 2v2 ladder. They are solid players. I've seen Marinez play before. It's awesome. Stu42, completely out of position. I cannot think of a position which is more out of place than this. Cromwell hitting it from the side. We had a Churchill go down, or a Cromwell, one of the two tanks. A Churchill Crocodile is now out on the field because we want the full deck of cards, taking quite heavy damage from the Panzerschrecks. But, you know, kind of reflecting on this, it may have took a lot of damage from a Panzerschreck, but then compare that to USA tanks. They take so much damage from everything. Oh god, a lieutenant with a Panzerschreck. Awesome, neat. You don't see this very often. Let's check out the amount of damage he does on a race shot on a Tiger tank. Tiger versus Lieutenant. This is the battle you have been waiting for. Battle! And it's gonna be... No, okay, never mind. He's just gonna ignore that. Oh, please. I don't think you can actually crew the flak with a Lieutenant. But how awesome would that be? He's just got like a shoulder-mounted Panzerschreck, and then he gains control of a flak. That's one super boss Lieutenant. The ultra-hyper-extreme Lieutenant of the universe. There's no way you could get more powerful than that guy. Maybe a captain, actually. In fact, is that a captain? No, it's a lieutenant, I'm right. Gotta watch out for the two because the two are similar. They are one-man squad guys, but they essentially do the same thing. They go around looking like they're super hardcore. So Tiger versus Churchill Crocodile. You can't burn stuff, can't burn tanks in this game, so I think the Tiger is probably gonna win. And if I was Rabbit Weed right now, I would be wanting to retreat. Okay, he's luring it into the Pack 38, the captured Pack 38, which is actually almost very dead. And Tiger doing the correct thing. Marinez targeting the thing that's going to damage his thing more, and he eliminates it, which means the Tiger has free reign on the battlefield. The Crocodile, though, chasing after what it destroys best. Again, both players are doing the absolute utmost important jobs that they can do, and doing it to the most effective extreme they can. Crocodile is good against infantry, therefore it should attack infantry. It should ignore the Tiger. The Tiger can only take damage from the Pack, therefore it should take out the Pack before it takes anything else. Unfortunately, it gets hit by artillery, and it's now going out of control. 33 XP for that kill, and the Crocodile is the one which is going to come out of this battle alive. A Pack has been recrewed, and now it's been decrewed shortly after I said it, but Panzerschrecks are still around protecting their flags. The Pack is going to be recrewed again, and the Crocodile is not going to get away from this shot. Rotate, fire, there we have it. We have also a Vickers machine gun covering this central victory point, and I think, yeah, we have another Vickers machine gun covering that point as well. So at the moment, it's really looking awful for the Axis players at the moment. Marinez and Newport, you've got to do some hell fighting, some super elite killing machine to get rid of all these infantry, to get past what they have and even kill their defenses, and then capture the victory points, and you've only got 110 points to do it in. So get on it now, and maybe not lose your Tiger this time. If you can. It does look like we are saving up for a second Tiger. So Marinez Don't lose it this time. Don't lose it. We have a Bren machine gun moving up with this squad. And just taking out the packs again. They're doing pretty well on taking out these packs and even capturing the packs as well, using them against their opponents. Just kind of checking the base at the moment from Marinez, and really, you can see the amount of base rushing that happened is really stunted their tech group. I think they're just trying to win this one with Grenadiers, and maybe, just maybe, I can't really say this in confidence, that if you just accept some losses, not now, maybe now is way too late, but just accept that you're going to lose a bit of territory for a while and try and get that tech. Marinez has quit. Marinez! Oh god, the game is over. I'm never going to get to finish my story, so that story is for another time. Thank you, Mullet Duller, for sending in this replay. Although it was double Brits, I did enjoy seeing the amount of Churchill carnage and the awesome Stewart canister shot in action. Some unusual base destruction play from the Brits. It's not the kind of British playstyle I usually see. It was entertaining, I'll give you that. But for now, I'm a Nuki. Ta-da-da!